Hello and welcome to Engine Adventures review of this 2021 Mercedes GLE 63S. It's the AMG version, of course, with 600 horsepower coming from a 4-liter or 4.4. I'll have to put that up on the screen. Anyway, twin turbo V8 with an electric supercharger as well. This thing is insane to drive. Rear tires are about an inch wider than the front. Pretty good sized brakes, fairly thick, just single piston it looks like. Then come up here, look at the size of that caliper. Massive brakes. These are 21-inch rims. It's very high-end stuff here. Running winter tires right now as well. Let's pop the hood. And there you go, the twin turbo V8. Turbos are there and there. That is about 1,200 bucks. We'll look at the Monroney later and get the exact price on it. But that's the carbon fiber engine cover piece, and it's very expensive. Not sure I would go for that option. And of course, it is equipped with the electric supercharger. Here inside, it's very similar to other Mercedes that the last one we reviewed was the GLS AMG, and has the heated seats, which also heat the armrest and the armrest here as well. Glove box or whatever center console box is pretty small. You have your manual transmission, traction control, ride height, suspension damping, and exhaust sound. So harder to tell right now, but it does make a pretty big difference. And then here's a nice place to rest your wrists and get to all of this stuff for this screen, except you do get an additional camera button here, whereas all of those controls are right here except for these extra little buttons. So I don't really use them anyway, but they're there if you need them. That one changes your drive modes, which is here. You can see we are currently in trail mode. Not sure if that's focusing, and you can just twist this to go to the different modes. Snow, individual, which is whatever settings you want, comfort, and then sport, sport plus, and race. So I'm gonna leave it in trail mode for what we're doing here. And then on this side, this top one, man, it's really reflective, is the suspension height. And then you can go through your different drive modes, traction control, your suspension damping, manual or automatic transmission, auto stop start. Down here is the exhaust, drive modes, auto stop start, traction control. Anyway, it's all kind of similar stuff, but then to adjust it, you just hit these buttons, so that'll flip the exhaust over. And it brings it up on that screen as well, and then it should go back to the other screen we were just on. So another thing with these is you get massaging seats. Then here on the left, this is again another touch screen, and it can be used to control those 3 screens there, and you can scroll up and down to change the information that's displayed on them. And then if you go to this middle one, hit the home button and scroll up, you can get to the heads-up display, and you can change through all the settings on there. Very comfortable. The seats, actually, if you go to the seat comfort, you can adjust the side bolsters. This thing will kind of move the seat a little bit and keep you comfortable. Lumbar support, there's the side bolsters. When I got in, it was on 10, and that was really squeezing me. Maybe if I do the super sporty turns and stuff, I would do that. And then you can change how your seat gets heated, if you want it all on the back or all on the bottom, somewhere in between. Anyway, lots of different settings on there. There's so much stuff, we don't need to go through it all. It does have wireless charging, works great with my Pixel heated, or yes, heated and cooled cup holders, so whichever you want. And then I'll show you a picture of changing the temperature at night. When you adjust the temperature, you can see that color change. And right now it's on sync, so both sides will change. But if you change them separately, it only changes the one side, and you can have the two different colors there. Interesting. One other thing I just noticed, I don't know if you can see my hand just barely, but as I reach across to the passenger side, it automatically turns on the light right there on the mirror. Very cool. And this is actually already warm. One thing I can't find, maybe doesn't have, is a heated steering wheel, but I found it also doesn't matter that much because the vehicle heats up really fast and the seat heats up really fast along with the armrests and stuff. So usually a heated steering wheel is something I like to have and have it heat up really quickly for me, but in this car it's not that big of a deal. Massive moonroof, sunroof, whatever there, that the front portion of the glass does open up, and it does have chauffeur controls, so if I hit that button right there, I can now adjust the passenger seat however I want. And that's for when someone's in the back seat there. Speaking of back seat, let's move over to that one. I didn't talk about the headlights much. I need to film at night. When you first turn on the car, the headlights do a little dance. When your brights come on, it kind of pops up bright in the middle, and then it spreads out to the sides. Just some cool little imagery, but the high beams are automatic. Also, entering or getting out of and locking the car, it has the sensors on all four doors, so there's to lock it. Just reach in and grab the handle to unlock it. Very, very nice. Okay, 4-zone climate control, and I don't know if these seats are heated. There you go. So you just use the regular button here. So that one's all the way down. If the window's all the way up and I pull it up, and there you go. Very cool. Another funny thing is the belt adjustment. When you turn that on, when you get in, it will pre-tension to see where it needs to be. And I noticed kind of driving kind of fast and hitting the brakes, it would automatically tighten the seat belt to hold me in place, which was cool. A little stowage for phones there, 2 USB-A charging ports, and 110 volt, 115 volt outlet there. There are some small mat pockets. I like that this is hard. Simply, if you have kids and they're sitting here kicking it, it doesn't push into your back as much, and then you can pop that out and mount the screen or tablet right there. And the headrests are adjustable, so on the driver's side and maybe the passenger side both, they're electronically adjustable, so you can raise them up and move them in and out as needed. Cup holder here in the rear. Yeah, that's about it for the back row, and it does have easily accessible child seat anchors, and this is quite roomy, so probably a little bit bigger than a Grand Cherokee, maybe about the same size as that, so that's kind of what you're looking at. So I guess the Cherokee Trackhawk would compete with this thing, if you can say that. It's pretty close. Anyway, fuse block, extra sound deadening, and decent amount of space. Of course, you can raise and lower from the back, and cargo cover. Underneath here is an interesting spare tire. I don't know if I've shown one of these before. You can unclip this hook and put it up here to hold that open for you. And then this is a Space Master spare tire, and it's a temporary spare. You get a pump right here and even a set of white gloves, because Mercedes, keep your hands nice and clean. not sure, it looks like an oil filter cap to remove your oil filter, but anyway, not sure what that is. And a first aid kit. So basically you take your spare out and have to inflate it before you use it. So you do get an air pump, which I like the air pump idea as well. Let's call it air compressor or whatever, but anyway, to inflate your tires. If you have a small leak or something, you can inflate your tires till you can get somewhere where you can get it fixed. And then of course your jack and other tools underneath that. So not a bad setup. Up here to close the door. Okay, it's raining. This one only has 21-inch rims only, but I'm not as worried about damaging them, so we're gonna do a tiny bit of off-roading in it. Nothing crazy, but I do want to give you guys at least some test with it. Cruising in this Mercedes is insane. You don't have to give it any throttle, and if you're not paying attention, you end up going way faster than you want to. It just has so much power. It's so effortless. I love the way it cruises. Sometimes I feel like my commute is too short because massaging seats, and just is such a wonderful drive. It really is that good of a vehicle to drive. It is still a little bit stiff even in the comfort setting, but that's not different from a lot of other vehicles. I'd say it's maybe a little bit softer than the Durango RT with the tow and go package, but actually pretty close to the same as that. And of course, the handling and just comfort levels of this vehicle and the power are all incredible, kind of beyond most other vehicles I've tested. So when I'm cruising around on the freeway, whatever, just kind of more relaxed, it's getting close to 18 miles an hour, 19 miles, or sorry, per gallon, 18 miles per gallon, 19 miles per gallon. It does pretty well. So my average some days is over 18, and that includes a few hard acceleration runs, you know, playing around, doing that kind of stuff. But you saw the torque peak out at 626 there. This thing is just a torque and horsepower monster. It really just pulls hard all the way through the rev range, but more as you get up, you know, above 5,000, and then it really starts to move. I mean, it moves really good below that, but once you get, you know, into the 5,000 RPM range, it really just pulls super hard. I ran a couple of 0 to 60s, and I got a 3.9 and a 4.0, and that over 5,000 feet of elevation, so you lose a little bit there, but Mercedes says this will do 3.7, and it's on winter tires right now as well, so there is that where it's not going to be as high performance as a summer tire during the summer. Maybe right now with the cold weather and stuff, having the winter tires will outperform the summer tires, but probably not by much. And it is raining, so hopefully we get through the whole review today. Stop it again, and we're again just flat footing, not building boost. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. So 4.93, not bad. Do that right here and build boost. So this time I'm pushing the brake, pushing the gas to build boost, and launch. So 0 to 60, 3.77 in the rain. That was the fastest 0 to 60 I've ever done. Cool. So, C8 Corvette, right there. he wants to race, but I'm not gonna do that. Thank you for watching Engine Adventures review of this 2021 Mercedes GLE 63. Of course, the AMG trim with a bi-turbo V8 and all-wheel drive, the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system. Amazing car to drive. I love driving these things. I haven't had this particular one before. I had the GLS and the GLC and the GLB, so I've had the smaller ones and the bigger one, but I really like this GLE. It's about the right size, just a wonderful vehicle. Sounds amazing, drives really well. With these high-end, especially this 63S, which includes race mode, it is a little bit stiff on the road for normal cruising, but it makes up for that stiffness in the incredible driving dynamics throughout every other setting you're doing. So if you liked what you saw, be sure to hit subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post new videos, and comment down below. And if you didn't like it, and give me a thumbs down, be sure to comment down below and let me know why. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.